From sifting through all the reviews, it seems like Fire Emblem Engage is worth your time if your main focus for strategy RPGs is the battle system. And it might be more divisive if you enjoy Fire Emblem's Three Houses, their previous entry. The focus on one path I feel like could be one way or the other. That could be a good narrative for you if you don't want to play through the game multiple times, or it could seem a little shallow compared to Three Houses. So let's get into the nitty-gritty about what each of these categories means for Fire Emblem Engage and worth your time. Wesley from Game Informer says this, gave it a 9 out of 10, so a very high praise. Players looking for deep customization, expertly crafted strategy RPG combat, and a heartfelt story. Interesting heartfelt story. With adoration for more than 30 years of Fire Emblem history, we'll find that and more in Engage. So a lot of these reviews are saying this is a celebration of the Fire Emblem history. Obviously, I'm a newcomer to Fire Emblem, but if you are wanting to see old characters from previous entries, this is probably a good fit for you. Now, this one did say it's a heartfelt story, so a lot of the other reviews we'll see are talking about how it's very tropey and just shallow. Mike over at Polygon has this to say: Engage, when it's fixated on stats and weapons and training, is always rushing toward the next battle because that's where the story lies. It's not a reinvention of the genre, but a distillation. It can't quite reach the crescendos that Three Houses did, and it certainly doesn't achieve the longevity of Awakening, but it is consistently great and it's confident enough to let me take the reins. Obviously, the crescendos of Three Houses is probably referring more to the story and just the complexity of it and the interweaving narrative. And I know Awakening outside of Super Smash Bros. Is what kind of got Fire Emblem started here in the US. And longevity is an interesting word choice because it seems like one of the things that people are praising or knocking this game is it is one path, so it's a little bit more linear, not enough choice. Whether that's for you or for not, but if you're focused on the battle, once again, here you go. Jake from GameSpot has this to say about the graphics. Fire Emblem Engage biggest surprise is its presentation. Engage is a noticeable upgrade when compared to Three Houses. Character models look much sharper with thick and defined edges. The pre-rendered cutscenes are gorgeous, and the battlefields are more detailed. So it's pretty to look at. That's always a bonus. Ryan from Trusted Reviews says this: Fire Emblem Engage feels like a love letter to loyal fans of the series, providing pangs of nostalgia with recognizable characters, as well as even deeper combat systems that builds upon already solid foundations. Engage isn't the best entry point into the series and is rather shallow in terms of story and character development, but the combat is enjoyable enough alone to keep players engrossed until the end. I think you get the picture. Fire Emblem Engage puts combat first and story on the back burner. Now, that isn't to say that you wouldn't enjoy the story, because we already saw an example of somebody that thought it was heartfelt. And if you're nostalgia with Fire Emblem series, I think you're really going to love this game. And I'm really enjoying the combat of Fire Emblem Three Houses so far in my quest along, which you should check out. So maybe someday I'm going to give this a shot. I think this is more for my older brother that loves the focus on combat. So I bet you he'll have a grand old time with this entry in the series. This was a quick overview of Fire Emblem Engage to save you some time and look beyond just that numbered score. Because numbers aren't everything, as you'll come to find here at Bits of Time. I hope you decide this is worth playing and enjoy your time with it. Let me know if you plan to, and let me know what your favorite game in the Fire Emblem franchise is. We shall see you on the next video, where hopefully we will be saving you time one game at a time.